long time ago. And at the moment in the company were just 3 teams. And it was meant as a very innovative project, a very risky project. So we were a very small team. It started as a multiplayer game, actually, that where you would play with cards and miniatures, you would fight in a grid. But that proved to be very challenging, and we switched that concept. It wasn't me that I was interested in genre, it was a team effort.
The Legend surgió con ideas de un juego de RPG, con un prototipo de combate por turnos, y como que fue creciendo sobre eso. Bueno, ahí fue como que ya empezamos en producción real, a generar contenido.
What I started doing was trying to define how everything works, the core of the game, trying to work with the engine and trying to add the gameplay layer to it.
Legends of Kingdom Rush is different from other RPGs, mostly because it's thought out to give the players a way to express themselves through the combat mechanics.
Technical challenges of making Legends of Kingdom Rush at the beginning of the project was we would like to make bigger characters.
The camera is zoomed in, so the characters get a lot more detail. That's great for us because we get to show a lot of expressions. You see the fingers moving and you really get their personalities. Some came through like this quick, like Rexon and Olok were like really easy to translate because they had a lot of personality. But characters like Gerald was a struggle. We took months to get a design we all felt happy with. We had a huge fight about keeping or not keeping the helmet, for example.
There are some little animals, winter animals in the mountain. They are so cute and they were so fun to make, and they really add a little of personality and life to the landscape.
They're debated from the regional towers, The knight comes from the barracks, the ranger from the archers, the bombardier comes from the artillery tower. It was very important to give each one a distinct personality, like the bombardier. That I love the bombardier. She's just so full of energy. She moves so fast all the time, and I love the voice acting.
The level that I found most challenging to make was probably the first boss fight, because it was the first one we were doing. It was like the fight where all the combat system would come in together, so we weren't completely sure that it was gonna be what we were expecting.
The game ended up being quite big. We ended up having 400,000 lines of code, and we also ended up creating our own scripting language for the combat features, the skills and the definition of the heroes.
I don't know if it will ever be completely balanced, because we're gonna be making changes and seeing how the players react to it. So, but yeah, it took years. I mean, it's constant work. It's never gonna be over, I guess.
For inspiration in getting into making games, I think it's a combination of all of them. It's hard to choose one game that is inspiration. I've been playing games for a long time since I was a kid, so the motivation for being a game designer or create games is to bring that experience that you feel as a kid to other people. I think that's the bottom line.